You're also talking about the fact that you've got a lot of other women's bodies who are used in making these composite images or videos. So it could be, sex workers whose content has been stolen and their bodies have been used. What's the most harmful impact? What's the harms of this on people who go through this abuse?
Exactly.
Well, I think there's a combination of factors here. Men's violence against women has existed for a very, very long time. This is just the latest iteration of that. The danger with deepfakes is the ease, accessibility, capacity, and how cheap it is to produce this kind of abusive material, how easy it is for it to spread and for it to be discoverable, how difficult it is to remove, and how difficult it is to find perpetrators who commit this and to hold those who are responsible for enabling this to be held accountable. And the impacts on the individual who might be targeted is lifelong, and it's potentially permanent because you can't escape it. It's there. And so you have to navigate it impacting your employability, your relationships, your interpersonal relationships, your mental and physical health, and the violation that comes with it being out there, people viewing it, and then the judgment and the stigma and the shame. And it's not even just the individuals who are harmed by this. It's also we know that deepfake abuse disproportionately affects women. And, the scholarship has talked about, certain research has talked about this idea that this kind of abuse produces a cultural harm, almost like a collective harm to women as a group, because we know that women are disproportionately affected by this, and they are harmed as a group because they are treated as second-class citizens, as objects, as people who aren't seen as humans in and of themselves, people without agency and autonomy and dignity, and that affects every woman, not just those targeted. And so it is a collective harm that it produces, because it treats and sends a very degrading message about the status of women and the treatment of women in society. Because you're not just dealing with individuals who might have been deepfaked in the sense of they're depicted. You're also talking about the fact that you've got a lot of other women's bodies who are used in making these composite images or videos. So it could be, sex workers whose content has been stolen and their bodies have been used. You've also got, with the rise of generative AI, the popularization of it, potentially the scraping of content and images and videos from social media of women being used as training data to potentially be used to create deepfake abuse or composite images of others. So this is a whole ecosystem in which women's lives, bodies, likenesses are just taken as free-for-all. And it doesn't just affect the individual woman who's depicted, it affects all of the people whose bodies are just used without consent in the development of this. And it really sends a horrible message to women and it harms us collectively.